Good morning, sir. My name is Meghnath from ECE B section. I'm here to say about my AAT Tech Talk. My topic is about activity of daily living assessment through wireless sensor data. So, why ADL? So, ADL means uh, automatic activity of daily living assessment. Measures of functional ability outlined by the ADL have become routine in assessment of functional status of older people, believed to be a good predictor of a wide range of health-related behavior in seniors. So, ADL became the wide range of health-relatable behavior in seniors. So, by these sensors, we can check our activity loss and we can check our health health in our home by doing our regular activities. So, role of sensors. Sensors are installed in inconspicuous locations in the house to track data. So, this picture represents different types of places that sensors are controlled. Lights and curtains, smart appliances, smart media, air control, background music, central heating, safeguard, video intercom, central AC. So these all are general sensors which are used in our homes, homes in our houses. So coming to the next slide, there are totally seven types of common sensors used in our houses for gathering information of senior citizens in our day-to-day life. So there are seven types of sensors: temperature sensor and smart thermostats, light sensor, motion sensor, water leak or fish sensor, window and door sensor, weather sensor, smart smoke and CO sensor. So there are totally seven types of sensors. Uh, Coming to the next slide, temperature sensors or smart thermostats. Temperature sensors work by providing readings via electrical signals. Sensors are composed of two metals that generate an electrical voltage or resistance when a temperature change occurs by measuring the voltage across the diode terminals. When the voltage increases, the temperature also increases. So this is a type of data. Sorry, this is a type of sensor that increase the room temperature and decrease the room temperature by measuring the voltage. By the voltage. So coming to the next type of sensor, these are light sensors. Light sensors. Photoelectric sensors use a beam of light to detect the presence or absence of an object. It emits a light beam, visible or infrared, from its light emitting element. A reflective type photoelectric sensor is used to detect the light beam reflected from the target. So this type of sensors detect a light beam from its light emitting element. A reflective type of photoelectric sensor is used to detect the light beam reflected from the target. So this plays a major role in our day-to-day life, as light sensors are used in everywhere in colleges, houses, public places to save electricity. To save electricity. So these photoelectric sensors are used for automatic light by using motion sensor light. And coming to the next type of sensor, motion sensor. A motion sensor's primary purpose is to detect when someone uninvited uninvited in is around or in your home. A motion sensor sends a signal to your security system, and if tripped, an alarm is sent to you and your monitoring center. So these motion sensors are used as monitoring in our home. So these are very useful whether an uninvited person enters into our house or an sees something. These sensors are used as many purposes in the different places, not only in home, even in the banks and also in the private places such as. So these are useful for giving security alert to our security system. And if the motion sensors did not work by technically or on any application, then it will send to a monitoring center. I mean, the alarm will be alarmed so that everyone becomes alert towards the uninvited person. And coming to the fourth type of sensor, water leak sensor. Water leak alarms work great, but they will only help you to save your home if you are in your there when they go off. If you are out, you obviously won't hear the alarm, and if it's a big leak, a whole lot of damage could be done before you turn off the water and call the plumber. So these water leak sensors are used for water leaking problems. So if we do not, if we are not in our house, then those alarms can't help us if there is a big leak. So these alarms are used for a water leakage under a washing machine or in the walls of a bathroom, under the fridge, under the dining table, in the children's rooms, etc. And coming to the next type of sensor, window and door sensors. The sensors utilize magnetic field to track movement between the door or a window and the frame. When they separate, such as when the door or window is open, the sensor sends a signal to the alarm panel. The panel will then access the situation and notify you of unusual activity inside your home. So these sensors are useful when we are in home and we are in a sleep, and suddenly if there is an unexpected person enters. These alarms help us to wake up as soon as possible to verify the person. And also this helps our senior citizens to check whether who the person is going to enter our house. And coming to the next type of sensors, weather sensors. Find an unobstructed area in your lawn and secure the sensor between 4 and 7 feet above the ground. This height is the sweet spot of temperature and rain gauge. Through it's well below the recommended 32.8 feet for an anemometer. By doing this procedure, we can definitely find the weather in our home. So these sensors are used for finding the temperature in the home or weather in the home, whether we should decrease the temperature towards the coldness or increase the temperature towards the hotness. These are used for many senior citizens, whether some of the senior citizens cannot bear in some uh, cool cool weather and cannot bear for the hot weather. So these weather sensors are very much useful for weather in the constructing the weather in our home. And coming to the next type of sensor, smart smoke and CO sensors. The second generation Google Next Protest smoke and carbon monoxide alarm is the best smart smoke alarm for everyone because it's reliably and calmly alerts you to potential danger whether you are home or away, using a combination of voice, siren, and smartphone alerts. So these sensors are very much useful when there is a fire accident or an unusual event. I mean, unusual process. These sensors are very useful for giving the alarms or giving the security alert to the owners or and elder people. These alarms are also given by the combination of voice or a siren or a smartphone alerts. As many of the elderly people use smartphones and smart TVs, these alarms are also connected to all those smart electronic gadgets. So these are the seven types of sensors that are very usually used in our homes and very useful for our elderly people. Future. Automatic determination of ADLs enables objective assessment of functional independence, particularly in a home environment for the elderly people living independently. So these are the seven types of sensors that are very useful for the elderly people living independently in houses. So this defines a flowchart that how the sensors work. As the first step, it starts. Select one hour window in time series. Use of electrical oven detected. Case electric oven consumption 1500 watts. ADL is cooking. Stop. Or else use of electric hob detected. Electric hob consumption 300 watts. Check for other ADLs. So this is a sample program algorithm of an oven, electronic oven consumption of power watts for cooking, automatic cooking. So this assessment of ADL, so this is a picture that represents the activity of an ADLs in our day-to-day life in our home. So health checks, sleep, social media, walking, daily activity. These five steps can be determined by these sensors. Health checks can be determined by the motion sensors as well as sleep can be determined as the sleep sensors. Social media can also be determined. Uh, Walking, daily activity. These all types of activities can be determined by all these of sensors, and we can find how many calories you burnt and what's the health checkup and what's the concentration level we keep when we do a specific work, and the number of hours we sleep, and the number of hours we spend to the social media, and the number of hours we spend for walking and consumption of food and cooking of food. These all data will be collected by different types of sensors which are very useful for our elderly living people independently. Thank you, sir.